Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scorbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. All right, guys, let's take a look at the eclipse coming. We're going to look at, I'll do a card reading for it. Um, let's just look at the general energy. What is from, I already did a little astrology on it, so you can check that out if you like. But let's take a look at it just purely from the cards. Um, what are the lessons within this eclipse? What is it that we need to see, we need to be aware of? What can we expect? Expect the unexpected, always with an eclipse. And of course, this is part of a cycle of eclipses. We had the new moon eclipse back on the 30th of April. For some of us, it was May 1st. And that was with the new moon conjunct Uranus. So that energy of Uranus is evident, of course. And then this particular, we still have Uranus close to the North Node. So it's sort of the North Node is sandwiched between Uranus and the full moon. So there is this, the sun, not the full moon. Okay, let's take a look here. So we have the Six of Pentacles. This is an evaluation of monies, resources, making sure the people who need it get what they need. So there's a big sort of question around resources. What's challenging that? The magician, how do we utilize our resources? So this eclipse is asking us, how do you utilize what you have? Are the actions and your intentions that you're taking there to balance the scales, as it were? Let's see what's underneath. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles here, so this is about work. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles sometimes is the person who does the same thing over and over and over again, and that's how they good at it. So sometimes it can mean to me, or at least in this moment, it's meaning to me the workers. So I feel like a part of this full moon eclipse is going to be around workers' rights and things like unions. And I think we see that happening, of course, in the Amazon Union in New York. In the past, we have burdens. How many burdens are we carrying? We feel burdens. We have a lot on our plate. We feel both responsible for a lot of things, burdened by a lot of things. I don't think anybody is particularly content or coming from a content place. In the sky, we have the Chariot. So what's available to us is our destiny. What's available to us is that moving forward, things are moving forward very quickly. And so I feel like indicates a big shift and a big change. And we get the Four of Swords here. The Four of Swords is about rest. It's about recuperation. Although this crow looks dead. He's not, he's resting. But this is about isolation. This is also about isolation, isolating yourself, recovering, recuperating. It's very possible that somebody that is famous or that is well known will be in the process after this of having to recuperate. Could this be Putin? He's going in for some sort of surgery. I don't know if that's true or if they're just saying it. It's hard to know if it's just, although there have been a number of psychics who've seen him sick for a while. So I wouldn't discard that as not a possibility. I think it's very possible. It could also be President Biden. President Biden is under a lot of stress. He's kind of an old guy, so we have to be aware that that could be the case as well. How it's seen from the outside, turning your back on something you've put a lot of energy into. I don't know, this feels to me, well, this could be any number of things, right? This is also abandoning something, right? And so there may be a feeling that somebody's being abandoned, or that we're abandoned, or that you feel abandoned. Um, let's see what's in the domestic situation. The Two of Cups. So partnership, love, um, sharing your heart, sharing your values, sharing. So the need for, um, these cards are really quite nice in their way. It's really asking us to, like, evaluate what we have, uh, value and appreciate those people who work so hard, who don't always get compensated in the right way, for the work that they do for us. Um, it's a time to sort of get on your horse and get going and move in the direction of your destiny, and do what you came here to do. Now, some of us know what that is, and some of us don't. But living your best life is a good way to do it. Finding what brings joy to your heart is the path to, um, shining your light bright. The more whole and integrated that you are, and full of light and love, and doing what you need to do. Now, light and love doesn't mean like, oh, everything's going to just work out fine. And no, it's hard work. That is light and love. Light and love and light doesn't mean that it gets easier. Sometimes it's harder with that, because we have to, face our fears with a full heart, with a full heart of courage. And I think the key, a lot of that has to do with our ability to connect, with the people right next door to us. I mean, hopes and fears, the Ten of Cups. Well, we all want to be happy, right? We all want to be happy and content. The outcome, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the knight on the run. Or on the move, I should say. This is somebody who takes action based on their beliefs. Sometimes, though, it can be a little bit, a little rambunctious, but more like they will sometimes get into things that, unintended consequences, because they're going this is really kind of about going on faith. And sometimes we kind of like come into contact with things that sort of, we're like, "Oh, we can do this," and then you're like, oh well, maybe we can't. But um so you can be a little bit more optimistic than you probably should be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to succeed. It just means that things may not go in the direction that you initially thought, but you have to keep your heart, full of courage with this. And we have the Emperor at the end here. This is dominion. This is dominion. This is being the, this is the inability, this clairvoyance. This is an ability to see ahead. This is ability to see a bigger picture and to have dominion. So, I think the, in the immediate future here, this not cooperation, recuperation card, I think speaks of, a need for us to, do some healing, I think that, for some people, this eclipse is going to be just a very deeply emotional release. And, you're going to need time, and you're going to need space, and you're going to need, um, to rest, to come back from this, I think. So allow yourself that, if you can, to the best of your ability, allow yourself the space to heal. Um, because that is, that will, and accept help, maybe from people who want to help you, and who care about you. Um, and it really doesn't matter what people think. If it's not, if things aren't spiritually fulfilling for you, it's your life. You're bestowed with the life that you have, and it's important that you don't give that away. Um, that you don't allow yourself to live the life that that you would like to live, or that you have the capacity to live. Maybe that's what I want to say. All right. Well, a lot of things happen in here, guys. But there is a certain sense of appreciating others in a way maybe that um, you hadn't thought about before. Taking the rest that you need, um, but knowing that you are on your path to your soul's destiny, and that destiny is about having feeling like you have authority in your own life based on your own experiences. You don't necessarily have to go to um, somebody else to tell you, uh, some authority figure to tell you what's right and wrong. You know what's right and wrong in your own heart, and you know what's right and wrong for you in your own heart. So I think you have to follow those cues through this period, because I really think this is going to be a very uh, between now and November, when we have the next eclipse, which is right around the time of it's actually, there's an eclipse on the midterms. There's a lot of things coming out. There's a lot of things that are things. We're getting rocked, folks. We're getting rocked, and we're getting rocked big time. So and that's true of here in the US, it's true in Europe, it's true all over the world. um, this shifting paradigm of power. um, so it's very interesting to see how things are changing and shifting around the world. It's hard to keep track of everything. Um, but I do want to do, I think I want to do a video, and if I can get this tomorrow or the weekend, I will. Um, it seems like there's all bad news, especially with the Roe versus Wade thing that we're dealing with here in the States. But there's been a lot of progress as well, and a lot of things coming up and coming out that don't get a lot of press. And I kind of want to talk about those. So I will do that in my next video, I promise you. Some really profound things and profound healings that are happening despite all this other BS that's going on with these crazy ass Republicans, quite frankly. Oh, come on, Susie, clean up your mess. I love that. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself through this eclipse season. It is very emotional. It can be very emotionally draining, but ultimately pointing us in the direction of what is absolutely necessary for our own sense of well-being and peace. Take care, everyone. Namaste.